Today I am making brownies from a boxed mix, which of course is nothing that I would do in real life. I would make brownies from scratch, but this is good practice for eventually making brownies from scratch. Now you have to watch this very carefully. And this is the year of reduced expectations. Resorting to a boxed mix.
You gotta start somewhere.
You do have to start somewhere. You know, there's a lot of stuff that is a challenge for me that before I would have taken for granted. I used to walk everywhere. And now, of course, walking is going to be very difficult. I don't have like prostheses yet, and I just work with my physical therapist to build as much strength as possible.
Straight up in the air, and then lift your legs up. Your abdominals are extremely important because to control the prosthetic, you're using those muscles to compensate for ones you don't naturally have.
When I do walk, it's going to be more of a balancing act.
1, 2, 3.
I happen to love the river, and before I got this illness, I in fact had been working on a movie about the Charles River and simply filming the water, and I'd been doing that for a couple of years. I saw some perspectives of the city and perspectives of the river that I had never seen before, and there's a beautiful canal network now, and we paddled from here to the Longfellow Bridge, and it was just so nice to be out in the water and to get that air and to see some green, and we kind of had everything on the river but the fireworks. It looks so beautiful. There's a lot of progress, and I definitely am getting stronger. My occupational therapist, Marissa, pushes me to do activities that I know that I need to get to, and I'm not really totally sure whether I'm going to be able to do it or not.
Oh my goodness.
Yay! The prostheses keep having to be modified and refit because my arm is changing shape. I should be able eventually to have a lot of skills with that. Marissa and I have worked on buttoning and unbuttoning shirts, and I was able to write with them. I was able to do some grooming exercises. I was able to sort of beginning to dress myself using my prosthesis. So, you know, I've been able to gain a lot of function with that. Okay, take care. Big hugs. Bye. Bye. I know that now I'm capable of riding around on public transportation. I've gone back to my neighborhood. I've gone to a grocery store a couple times. I've gone to the movies. These are things that help community reintegration. It's important for me to be able to know that I can actually do some of this stuff. And I hope to be able to work with some people who are supportive and kind and can really help me out. Bathing, grooming, toileting, eating, dressing. So I'm going to get assistance for so many hours a day for all of those things. I just wish I were a little more capable of doing a lot of that myself. Another question would be, how am I really going to make a living? That's a pretty big unknown future happening. I just don't know what things are going to look like. There are a lot of changes and there's a lot of loss, but there are a lot of things to look forward to. What gives me hope and makes me happy is that people continue to come through for me. Partly people are trying to figure out how to handle this situation themselves. How do they cope with my loss? And maybe they do that by reaching out to me in order to help me cope with my loss, and they're making me feel so much better. There's no reason to think that things are so bleak. There's every reason to think that things are going to be better.